Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm doing some true estuary fishing today. I've recently moved in like February, so I got access to areas I haven't fished in several years. And today I'm fishing an area. The only reason I came down here is I looked at some records I had, and I saw triple tail on this state. It's kind of a unicorn. It could happen, but we're gonna fish for whatever as is. And if we bump into something like that, then we're gonna target it. But we'll see what we can find today. I did see that triple tail just floating on grass several years ago, and I had nothing ready for it. So they're kind of a mysterious fish around here. We don't get many of them. I maybe see one or two every year, so it's not a whole lot. But we'll see what else we can find. I'm gonna throw some shrimp lures. I've got some fiddler crabs. So let's just catch some fish, and if we find what we're optimistic to maybe even just see, we'll take it from there. I'm seeing some mullet around, so some good signs of life so far. A lot of croakers and silly stuff as usual. Croaker is really the most common inhabitant around here, but there's reds and flounder, trout, etc. A couple other fish definitely make their rounds through these sorts of environments. See a lot of life down here. I'm gonna just try something super quick. Got myself a real nice ledge with some structure. Let's rock a few fiddler crabs, see if there's any. This drum might not be in an artificial mood. All right, so can't beat a day on the backwater, something like this, right? There's a lot of life pouring through on my fish finder right now. So let's see. Got a bunch of these fiddler crabs here. Okay. Let's drop them down to the bottom. I got life. Could be sheepshead, could be drum, could be my elusive triple tail, or it could just be mullet too, honestly. Did I get a bite there? I did. Little rascal. That's a rascal of a sheepshead right there. Thanks for biting. Good fish, guys. All right. All right, how about that? Good old backwater fun. Just came out here to catch fish on a area I haven't fished much, so it's a decent sized red drum. Gold color backwater fish. Ate a fiddler crab. Thank him for biting, right? I could possibly jig some of these reds. That was in 10 feet of water. We'll see how this bite develops though. Good gosh, good gracious. Oh gosh. Black drum, probably. Bulldogging me there. That's a black drum. Oh man. Feels like it's a pretty good one. Yeah, it's not bad. You hear him drumming? On these light rods, man, this is a blast. Still no triple tail sighting, but getting a couple bites early in the morning here before that wind kicks up and it gets real hot. So when these fish like to bite this time of year, get my knee out of the way. Otherwise, it can be tricky. Didn't really want to get off spot lock personally. I just want to kind of hold on to this spot. This bite's probably not going to last long. Been a hard time holding bottom here now. Might have to relocate to over there. See, the current's kind of shifted now. Well, maybe I could try a little heavier jig quickly. I'm on 3/8 and I'm starting to fly, so. All right, so now the current's picking up, I gotta change to a heavier weight. Going to a 3/4 ounce jig. And then I'm gonna go look in the grass now that the tide's moving pretty good. See if we get a bite before, yeah, it's 7:30. Figure we got another hour of fishing. Might have to come back here before we leave. That's another option. That heavier jig was the ticket there. Oh, we lost him. That's okay. All right. Well, I ended up with one black drum over there. Lost the second one. Now the tide's moving pretty good. It's actually moving really good. Decent amount of life, but as soon as that current really started ripping, I couldn't hold bottom and I just stopped getting any bites. Maybe before we leave, we'll try that one more time. It's just like a ledge and some rocks and stuff. So basically a structure anywhere that you could find that there's a quick relief. That's a bit more similar to some of like the rocky structure I used to fish growing up for stripers. Just a ledge with some rocks, man-made typically. And that's a man-made ledge right there too. So, all right. It's kind of quiet out here, I'm not gonna lie. I think there's a small gator up there. I see gators here quite often. Not crazy amounts, but I do see them. No hits back there, which was kind of discouraging. All right, drop back into that. There's like a cut right there with some rocks. I'm gonna drop right into it. See if anything bites it. Bites my crab in that hole behind me. Got quite a few rocky structures up here. So just broke off my first leader there. And let's try it here again. Can't believe there's 10 feet of water right there. Gosh, I gotta get my camera angle straight here today. Either a gar or a red in front of me there. Oh, nice one. It's a nice backwater sheep. This is true. I mean, this is brackish water based. No, not always, but can be quite brackish. Could definitely catch gar and bowfin, other fish here. So it's kind of unique to catch sheepshead, and not a bad one at that either. Yeah, that one's probably like 18, 19 inches. It's pretty cool to do it in this sort of environment, man. All right, let's put this guy back. Got a 3/8 ounce sweeper here. This is where the autopilot absolutely excels. To like really get nice and precise. I'm sitting right here on the edge of this rock. Golly, that's a pretty good fish. Hey, dude, that's kind of surprising. I've caught some pretty nice ones way up in the tannic stuff before, but it's been a while since we got one that big, I think. It's a nice fish for the backwater, man. I'm also in just kind of a different environment, so I'm not quite expecting as big fish as I might in the ocean, or you know, on the bridge tunnel. You know, this is like totally different. It's kind of like targeting, you know, anything else in a different environment. It's kind of cool and kind of different. Awesome backwater sheepshead right there. More average one here. It's a little bit more typical. Oh, hey, just revisiting some stuff we haven't fished in a while. Nice one, I guess. I mean, it's not bad. Just getting action, man. Lots of action on this hole. A good quality fish, man. I don't know about, I know sheepshead are pretty migratory. I'm not personally as in love with eating fish from these waters that I'm fishing today. So everything's gonna go back. I'm sure every now and then it's fine, but we eat a lot of fish at home, so. Oh man. A good sheepshead there. There's some advisories on fish north of here, just north of here. So I'm like, those sheepshead are pretty migratory, so they don't get a really fat chance to accumulate toxins, but I'd rather play it on the safe side personally. Yeah. Turning out to be a pretty good bite, actually. Summer cod's out, 9:30. Good bite for 2.5 hours. No triple tail sighting. Maybe we'll try it again. It's a different setting, no boats. It's very hard fishing too. That was like navigating through some of those rock piles is not easy. Okay, let me get myself back to the car. Check the video's description for links to everything we use. Great news. All the Mackinaw shads and extreme paddletail shads are all back in stock now, so I know there's been a long delay. Thank you for the growth. So I basically grew a lot in the last 2 years on the sales side and everything. And then supply chain issues have changed. All right, let me get back on the beach here. Thanks for watching as always, guys. I had a good time doing that, learning some new stuff. It's a little challenging, a little tricky, but caught some fish. Figured I should give it a look for the triple tail, and I looked at all these pilings and all these crab pots and everything. I didn't see one. So sometimes you just got to stick with what bites. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I like to stick with what bites.